Hey everyone, Xanagir here. This is going to be a playthrough commentary of my first clear of Rakshasa with the intent to hopefully help you clear it. So basically, I start with picking up the homing weapon, and I do personally use this through the whole game. It isn't the fastest weapon. As you can see, I got a 13-minute completion. But it is the safest if you are trying to go for a simple clear, in my opinion. There are some bosses that die kind of slow to it, but overall, I find that against the normal enemies, missing a shot due to the precision of all the other weapons is really costly. Of course, getting hit means you die in Rakshasa, unless you have a green man. So first boss, really simple. You just stand close to him if he's going to jump, and then move to the right or left, opposite the direction he's jumping. But basically you just spam the weapon. And with the purple homing weapon, if you fire two, it'll trail all the way to the enemy. But if you fire three, it'll make your shots dissipate. So you want to be very careful mashing attack whenever you're firing at a distance. Right here, if you walk off that ledge, you'll get a bell, which will remove one of your deaths, which I use at the start of every run, just for safety. There are others in the game, but that's the one I go for. And this is actually hitless all the way till the very end. So. I honestly wish I could show you where the other bells are in case you get hit as you go through. I know there's one in a pit in the final level. All pits in this game do not kill you. That one right there, or not that one, that's because that's just a tree. All pits in the game lead to treasure rooms, or money, or power-ups, or lives. So if you experiment falling in all the pits, you will not be punished for it. So with this section, you just watch for the and there's another green man to protect me. This boss, he will jump down. I guess I lied. This run isn't hitless because I do get it's deathless until the end, because I do get saved by the green men. With this guy, he's always gonna jump down right, left, or middle. So just go ahead and make sure you're never standing under or above the right, left, or middle of the arena, and then just jump as soon as he changes lanes. The bombs can be destroyed on that boss as well. Frog section. This is the section that will probably kill most of your early attempts. Just mash, just mash at the frogs. This is where the homing weapon really comes in handy. Mash when they're coming out of the hole, so you won't have to deal with them. I think I actually have a close call here, if I remember correctly. And of course I shoot that fire, which means I have to wait for the gold to spin around because I don't want to replace my weapon. Dodge the rocks. Simple enough. For speedruns, you can get killed as soon as the rocks come out, which will stop the rocks from coming out, which is a bit of a time save, I believe. I actually haven't timed it, so maybe it's not. So we'll step on this first switch, jump over the second one. Be careful. Don't get hit. So they walk right through these, but I swear, I've never tested this, but I swear you cannot walk through them, so I just let the guy up top run over the switch for me. And then with the next boss coming up, I just aim straight up at the beginning, mash, get the first head out of the way, and then you just stay safe, dodge the attacks, don't get greedy, and it's easy. It's actually a pretty easy boss once you learn it. I was very afraid of it originally, but once you get it down, it's not too bad. Oh, I jumped over that because that spawns an enemy that gives you some gold. but I just didn't want to deal with it. I wasn't going for cherry on this run. Still have not gotten the cherry. I'll go for it soon. This is probably my favorite game in UFO 50, so I'm excited to go for it. These rock enemies, make sure you don't rely on them jumping over you, because occasionally they can do a short jump, and there's a green man on the left there. They can do a short jump and bonk you. Here, you have to deal with the rocks and some enemies, and they can come from the middle as well, up on the ledge. So just be cautious of that, and then you wait for the elevator. Jump up the elevator. And it should be noted that this is not a perfect run. Burst Error has finished it like 5 minutes faster than me. And, you know, I also have a not great strat for the final boss since it was only the second time I had ever seen it. But I wanted to get this up on YouTube early days in the UFO 50 saga. This boss is pretty easy. Stay ducked in case the bird swoops. And whenever the red guy jumps, if you're up against the wall like I am right here, you don't want to risk getting stopped. So whenever he jumps, just walk under him. Just like the first boss. Very, very easy boss. Again, once you learn it. First time it's kind of intimidating. So yeah, for there I just walk away because I know I'm not pincered on the wall. But just mash your attack. Stay relatively close to him, but not too close, because I have once in like the 30 runs I've done of this game, he did just keep walking into me, so you don't want to stay too close. He will not always back up, like I previously thought. Here's the old Contra waterfall section. Again, that pit will lead to some treasure. It might be an extra life, I actually don't know. I just sit under this plant, fire straight up at it. Jump straight up here. And with this next plant, what you want to do is you want to jump straight up, wait on the left for him to fire, then jump, duck here, and you'll never get hit. And you can just attack him with your weapon right there, while ducked. You don't even have to stand up to attack. These you do have to go under when they bounce, and those guys can only be attacked when their shield is down. So just go ahead and send a couple of your purples at the guy, and then wait for his shield to go down. Eventually one will connect. These blue crabs respawn when you hit them, so make sure you're not on top of them. If you walk right there, up at the top layer here, you will get a green guy. Of course, I already had one, so I just got money. But I always go up there out of habit. These fire things can be destroyed. I want to say now, with these birds coming up, the shots they shoot abuse falling through platforms to dodge the first couple. I find that to be a lot safer than jumping over them. If you're not a pro jumper, you can just fall through the platform as soon as they shoot, like I'm about to do. These birds are probably the toughest enemy in the game, in my opinion. If you have a stronger weapon, they do die much faster. And you can also hold attack to charge up your shot and do more damage. You will not see me doing that in this run, but that is simply because I am not good. It's not because it's not good to do. I need to get better at that. But it's kind of crazy that I was able to beat the game. Right here, you want to drop down as soon as they shoot. I did it before they shot, a little too early. But it was fine, no big deal. This boss, if you don't have a power-up going into this boss, which you won't most of the time if you're like me, you really gotta play it safe on these platforms. You want to bait him up top, and then drop down like I just did. I did it a little too. I jumped up a little too late, so he was a bit low. But yeah, you really want to be safe there. So now we have a new enemy type, which are these guys. They kind of remind me of like Ninpek enemies. I don't know if that's intentional, but they do kind of remind me of Ninpek. And then you have these eyes blinking down fire. I got hit there. That was silly. This is why I like having the homing, because these guys jumping can make your shots a real pain, and you might find yourself missing them often. Here's another couple birds. So yeah, you don't want to ever mash attack if you're far away from them. Just want to send 2 at a time, unlike me right now. I got so lucky there. He could have jumped. It would have killed me. That would have been really sad. So I just want to say with the boss, I didn't do it correctly. There is a safe strat for the boss, which I will actually overlay my friend Gary's strat over the video right now, so you can see his strat, which is much safer than sitting right against him like I just did. So I'll show you his strat, which is actually safe. I almost died there. That was so sad. So I just opted to do the boss normally. But if you sit back like right here and then duck under the shots, it seems 100% consistent. But of course I got hit twice. Very scary. Very scary. But again, this is only the second time I've seen the boss. First time I died. Oh, that was so close. And GG. That's the game. Yeah, Rakshasa is an incredible platformer. I think it's a real achievement in UFO 50. I think it captures the essence of games of that era more than any other game in UFO 50. It's really brutally hard, really tough movement, and the game is very unforgiving because every death you get makes it dramatically harder to complete the bullet hell minigame. And also, if you're above 4 deaths, it makes the bosses do extra attacks and makes the game harder overall, which I'm actually really interested in seeing people commit to 4 deaths early on in the run and then do a kind of pseudo hard mode version of Rakshasa. I think that run will be pretty hard and very fun. Also, low percent with no upgrades will be very challenging. I personally have a real hard time doing the third stage mid-boss without upgrades. I've done it once, but I did not beat the final boss, so that was only the 3rd time I've beaten the stage 3 mid-boss, so I still got a lot to learn about stage 3, honestly. But anyway, I hope this video helped. I'll let the rest of the credits play for my time for speedrun.com. But thanks for watching the video. Let me know in the comments again if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.